She turned it away from me.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to another episode of AFRO Live. I am so honored. I am fired up. My mama is fired up, I'm sure, and tuning in as well because we are just huge fans of David and Tamala Mann. Oh, we love the Manns. We thank you so much for joining the Afro today and our many viewers who just have loved you all for years, embraced you, and we just thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, we have a lot to talk about. I know that you all are extremely busy folks, but I want to sort of just begin with the easy question, which is that we are still sort of coming out of this world of the pandemic, and racial injustice is still a thing. And I just need to know how you're doing.
We're good. We're doing good.
We're doing good and still praying for the nation, for the world, that's dealing with all of this. But we hanging in there, and I mean, with the Lord's help, we doing okay. We're doing good.
Good. That's great to hear. With the Lord's help, absolutely. And again, I want to say and not take this at all lightly that the work that you all do and the work of artists sort of helps bring us up. And so with that, September 2020 was the premiere of Assisted Living. Obviously, y'all have been in the grind, doing the work for a number of years, bringing us joy and raising awareness to important topics through both music, theater, film, and television. But you all started this amazing show and it premiered during a time of a lot of uncertainty in the nation. And so, first of all, congratulations on season 3. But tell us sort of how you all were able to transition into this world of the Tyler Perry universe during this time and how it's evolved to season 3.
One thing that we wanted to do, especially with the pandemic going on and everything, going on, we wanted to have do something that could bring joy to people, just something that could take your mind off of just being locked in the house 24/7, because that really took a toll on it. It's something that none of us had ever dealt with, had never gone through. So to be able to launch that at that time was, for us, it was like, okay, good. There's something that can kind of relieve.
It was perfect timing. I think it was perfect timing. But like he just said, like David said, to be able to bring joy and for it to happen at the timing that it did happen was perfect timing again to just uplift, because so many people, it brought on a crazy depression in the world, just everywhere.
Yeah. And people don't realize what we had to do to get those episodes out there. We actually had to go in the bubble. So once you went in, it was no coming out until we were finished. And so we were tested every other day. But one great thing is he had everything that we needed inside of the bubble.
Right.
One thing they almost did to us is overfed us.
Right. And they had it available.
They had food available every hour and a half. But I mean, whether it was for medical attention, whether it was, whatever you needed, he said it in that bubble, and it made it comfortable for us to do that.
It was.
Well, I'm happy you brought that up because, again, you all have been creating art for the masses for a number of years. And so can you tell us a little bit about the difference between creating during this time? Obviously, you're talking about the bubble and testing every other day. But what else sort of is different in working and creating? And, you all were bonding with the new cast and everything. And so how was that as artists during this time?
It was really good, and I think what made us comfortable because we all were, like you said, testing every other day, so we were still able to like talk to each other. And then on the grounds of Tyler Perry Studios, you could get out, walk around, and kind of still have some freedom. You still confined, but you still had some freedom. So it was good to be able to really, we got to learn and learn a lot about each other and just spending time with each other.
You say bonding, but we had to bond at a distance because we still had to make sure with
Yeah.
all, and that's what's different about shooting now, it's from 5, 10 years ago, is we didn't have to worry about all of this testing every day, somebody with something in your nose every other day, and
Right.
protocol, spray it down every time you touch something, and wear masks. So when you're not shooting, you actually have to wear a mask or a shield on set. So that's what makes it different. But I think it's all worth it when we see the response that we get from people in the on television.
Absolutely. I just saw Shelton's comment. Thank you so much for that. Again, you all really have truly been a blessing to so many. So tell us a little bit about season 3. I love that Cora and Mr. Brown are sort of the heroes in this world of the Tyler Perry universe of assisted living. And so tell us how, we see you all's saving graces, etc. In the first 2 seasons, but tell us what we can expect. And again, what I really appreciate, and Tyler Perry is always so good about this, but in season 2, the Black Lives Matter movement, etc., was so incredibly active. And so I'm interested to know, do we get war in Ukraine? What's happening now?
Well, in season 3, we're adding new characters, and when I tell you, we got some funny, crazy.
Yes.
We got some glam characters, and we got some of those that are not so glam characters. And so,
But it brings such a light to the home. It brings such a light and a diverse, because it's like we have Damon Leake that plays Reginald Junie,
yeah.
which is the judge. He used to be a judge. So it's like he's still kind of stuck in, he did it for so long, so he's still kind of stuck in the world of, being kind of strict in certain things.
Yeah, Chet, I knew, I always say his last name wrong. Anukwe. He is the African character on here, and he and I,
it's hilarious.
We go back so much. It's just some craziness that when we sit and look at some of the daily stuff, it's like, what were we thinking when we said some of this stuff?
And Aretha Thomas plays Anastasia, and she's like glammed all the time. Yeah. And she's always taking you back that, I was a star, and I was in movies.
But she was in movies that the soul version of not coming to America, but came from America. She was in that movie.
It's just a lot of fun, and Sandra going off to college, and it's just been amazing, just putting it all together. And Philip, which his name is Alex Henderson, I love him. He's just so full of joy all the time and so cool.
Yeah. He's a teenager, so he's cool on set.
Yes. Yeah, I love the mixture, at least in the past few seasons, of true seasoned actors and performers with these newcomers, and to watch you all sort of play off of one another and continue to grow and develop your characters is so incredibly cool. And I always say this, I was a theater major. And so I really geek out in these conversations, man. So just know, I'm sorry.
Oh,
no problem.
Okay. So to ask sort of a technical question, if you will, you all's characters have been around since the stage plays and
1999
universes, from stage to film to television. And so I'm curious what that has been like as actors, how that has sort of pushed you, and how you all continue to develop your characters over the years.
Well, for me, I'm trying to just get better and better. I feel like there's always something that you can sharpen. It's like sharpening your tool. And I'm just trying to do better and better each season or each time I'm on screen. I just want to be better and better, and to just show somebody else that they can do it too, that it's not that hard, that it can't be done.
For me, it's like playing this character. We've been playing these characters since 1999, 22 years. And to even still be relevant, like people still want to see it, because the ratings on the show were very good. And we were like, people still want to see these characters. And I think that's because people relate to the characters. And then that's the stories that we're telling on this season, is there are relatable stories, things that senior citizens go through, things that teenagers go through, husband and wife couples go through. And I think that's what we've tried to do through the years with these characters is, keep them relatable to people and what's going on in the times. Because now Mr. Brown is going to have to find him a woman.
Oh, Lord.
So stay tuned.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about that and see what Mr. Brown finds. I'm curious, Tamala, how is it? And I've seen previous interviews of you all talking about working together as a married couple, but how is it him playing your father?
Once I put that cord wig on and my clothes, it's like, hey, no kissing, no patting on me on the butt or nothing. You my daddy right now.
She don't want me touching her like that.
It's been a blessing that I've never called him out of his name. Once we're filming, it's like I'm looking at him and his character, even though now
I'm growing, but when I had those clothes on, she don't call me David. It's Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown.
So she tries to keep it there. Now me, on the other hand,
and I'd be like, stop it.
I'm patting on set, touching, all of that.
Like you can't do that now.
No, I mean, I can only imagine that Tamala is really working and trying to keep her character on, and you just having a great time.
I just do what I do.
Yes. Oh, that is amazing. Shelton had a question, which I definitely want to honor. He wants to know how you all met one another.
We met through a friend.
Through my best friend from church, and we started when we met at church, and she went to school with David.
So she went to church with her, but went to school with me.
So they had a group in school called Humble Hearts, and
me, Kirk Franklin, and another gentleman, Daryl Blair,
which is our pastor now. So it is just so funny that she was like, they were singing, and she was like, y'all sing good, but I know somebody who can out sing y'all. So she invited me up to the school one afternoon to come and sing for them. And after that, it's kind of like, it wasn't long after I started singing with him and the guys
and fell in love with me. That's the bottom. That's the long to the short. That's the short to the long story right there. She fell in love. I kissed her, put these brown eye magic on her. Bam.
Oh my God.
Look, are y'all taking notes out, single folks out there? Okay. Look, I always love stories where it started in the church, okay? Where it started with God as the foundation. So I think a lot of people do know your background and your history, but just for the folks who may need a little bit of a reminder, let's take it back a little bit into where at least I became familiar with you all as a little kid in the back of my mama and daddy's car, rocking out to Kirk Franklin. And so, I'm curious, first of all, what that world has taught you and how you all still use that experience today in your lives as actors and still performers and singers, etc. But what working with Kirk Franklin and touring and giving us these, just hits that we still are rocking to and moving us today, and how that sort of informed your careers almost 3 decades later.
Wow. But that's really how it started out with us. Like I say, Kirk and ourselves started out in a small group in our city. As David always say, we were local famous.
We were local famous.
So we were singing and everything then. And then once it went on and he conformed the family in a bigger group and we started touring, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was so excited to be doing what I love to do, which is singing is my first love. Yeah. Acting is just it's icing on the cake for me. But I'm I'm still excited about doing it. I mean, it's my passion. I love it I believe until I die. And I want to be able to sing, like my prayer is until I get old, like, Lord, I want to do it till I get out of here.
And that was our foundation. That's how we started in this. So that kind of, helped us shape who we were in this entertainment business, if you want to call it that.
Even leaders.
Yeah, that formed and shaped us and to what we do now.
even in going into leadership and starting our own company and everything like that. So it's so important to just work your foundation for those who are watching and listening, that it's good to have humble beginnings, because you have to start from somewhere. It's not just going bam and you're going to be at the top overnight. It takes a little work. So don't get discouraged. Just keep working your gifts and talents, and it can happen. It can happen. Just believe it can happen.
Oh, look, I mean, I knew that y'all were inspiring. I did not know we were going to get a sermon today, and I am here for
Well,
it.
cash your offerings here.
No, I'm here for it. Let me tell you. So I do have to ask this question before we move into the Kirk world. And Tamala, I saw you on, Terrell's show, and I loved that conversation and breakdown. But the music is, of course, what we love as well. And so I'm curious, what's your favorite Kirk Franklin and the Family song? What y'all go to this day?
Oh, wow. While We Sing was a big song for us. Because I still am singing because I'm happy. I mean, I hate to be deeply be churchy, but I think that will be one of the ones that will stick to heart until we get out of here. So it was so many of them.
Wow. Don't cry.
Don't Cry was your favorite.
Yeah,
so, but I don't know. It's like,
it's called He's Not Dead. I think the song is called He's Not Dead.
Yeah.
But it's just it's just amazing, to Don't Take Your Joy. It's like that's one of the songs I sung. The praise medley worship that I did. I mean, Silver and Gold. It was a lot of them. It's really hard to pinpoint just one, but
it's like trying to pick your favorite kid. I like all of them.
Yes.
There is one that you like most of. No.
But it was a joy.
Safe space. This is a safe space.
Right.
But it was a joy touring with him, and like we were just saying, leadership and being faithful to the cause and making it happen. I knew what I was called to do, is to stand back there and sing, pray for him while he was out front, because we were dealing with so many different people, night after night of singing. You, like David always said, you get a new crowd every night. So you got to give it to them. You got to give it, give them your best. And that's what we were trying to do with this thing. But it's something that really created who we are. It's a part of who we are.
Absolutely.
It built us into what we are.
And it's so interesting that you said, you were praying for him in this process, and realizing that you were, meeting all sorts of new people and different kinds of crowds, because y'all were so barrier breaking. It was a different sort of gospel. It was a different kind of message. And so I'm curious, in the same way you all did that with, Tyler Perry. And so have you all ever felt as if creating your art was unsafe? And if so, how were you able to combat that?
I don't know if I ever felt like it was unsafe, but I have felt the pressures of always, because, working with Kirk Franklin, working with Tyler Perry, we were in the midst and didn't realize it, but we were in the midst of making history. Yeah. And so the pressure of that is like, how do we one up what we did before? How do we make it better? How do we do it? And, I just come to the fact, like, when we do this, just give your best. Do the best that you can do, and
we let the Lord do the rest.
Yeah, and and that's what we've done, and the reward has been, people enjoying the shows, finding hope in the shows. And so I don't know if it's been not safe, but it has been a little bit of, I hope they like this one.
Right. It make you nervous. I mean, because you always want it to be good. Everything that you do, you want people to like it, and because you never know. When you're putting out new music and new shows and things, you never know if the people are going to gravitate and go up, take off with it. It's like, especially with us as people of color,
we let you know.
We don't like it or we hate it,
That's what I love about the plays, even doing the plays. Like, our audience, they going to instantly let you know. We love it. They're going to be like, go do something else, boo. Baby, go try something else. Go do
Yes. Oh my goodness. There's nothing like live theater and live performances, right?
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
So, I know we're running close to time, but I do want to get a little bit back into the assisted living world. And again, you all have been so incredibly groundbreaking and really set a legacy in the world of music, film, television, and stage. And yet you're working with some seasoned folks again, and those who are new to the game. But I'm wondering what you're learning through this new world and new universe, and how you'll be able to take that into your next journeys and career ventures.
Oh, learning from the new world. Patience.
I was
This
saying
season has taught us patience.
because everybody's work ethic is different and timing is different, especially when it comes to creative timing as far as the jokes. It's like sometimes you have to kind of help someone. Just okay, he's like he gonna say this, so you got to move that faster so that the joke can pop.
She's talking about me because sometimes I can have over ad libilitis. So some of the actors are like, "Oh, you gonna do that? Is that what you're gonna do?"
But it's really good, and I think everybody is catching hold to each other, like gravitating pretty quick because at TPS, things move fast.
We got Jay. I didn't think we mentioned J. Anthony Brown, Naeem Lynn, and
Courtney
Nicole. J. Anthony Brown in this show. Everybody who knows J. Anthony Brown is one of our comedian legends.
Yes.
Jay is a nut for real. We're trying to get Jay. Jay says he's coming by the church, so he counts hanging out with us sometime as church days. No, we gotta let him know those don't count as church days.
No, it does not. And I always have to correct him. Well, hey, okay, that's enough because he'll keep rolling them off. So okay, one is good in this scene. Just give me one.
He's playing Uncle Vinny in this show, and Jay is just his comedic timing and him as a comedian. Jay is crazy. So I think he should be getting a check for real, not for acting, but some other stuff. But you didn't hear that from me.
And Naeem is the nephew, and he's really patient with his grandfather. He not the nephew, but the grandson. He really is patient with his grandfather, working with him. And Courtney just rides the wave.
Yes.
That's her heart. She rides the wave with him.
No, it is so amazing to watch their dynamic as a family. And again, you all coming in and adding your flair and pizzazz. And oh gosh, it's so wonderful. It is so much fun. All right, I think we are able to roll the trailer.
Oh, cool.
And I'm hoping so. We're crossing all the fingers. There's Mr. J. Anthony Brown. Okay. Do we get audio is weird, Dana. Let's see.
We'll get it.
We're gonna get it.
So just while we're waiting on that, we're new night, Wednesday nights now. At 9:30 Eastern.
March 23rd, which is next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday nights now.
9:30 Eastern.
We will be tuning in. Okay.
Look at that outfit.
Audio is doing its thing. But just watching y'all is fabulous. Look at that.
That's something that doesn't change is the wardrobe, the outfits that Mr. Brown brings to the table. Never changing. You know what I mean?
I have to know, do you throw a little bit in there, David? Are you helping with the costume?
Oh, yes.
He's all in. We both actually with our characters, we all in.
Yeah, I said like this goes together.
Yes.
And they're looking like that really don't go together.
Or he'll say, make it a little bit wilder. I mean, it's like, oh my. I'm like, sir, that's ugly. He's like, no, this is not a mess. It's the best.
Yes.
I was like, oh.
That's amazing. And Tamala, I have to say, Cora has gotten a little sexier over the years.
I told her that. See, thank you for confirming that for me.
Well, the first years, everybody was like, Cora, all she has is blue jean skirts.
No, but tell her I said that. I said that in wardrobe a couple of weeks ago.
They pulling that together to help me look like that.
I told her that.
Just
Thank
because
you.
we're assisted living, and that's what I love. Don't forget about our elderly people. And just because we're getting older doesn't mean we have to look old.
But didn't Cora get sexier?
Yes, absolutely.
Mika, don't.
Look, I'm not going to get y'all in trouble. Oh, Shelton got all the good questions. All right, Shelton, this is literally going to be our last because we got to go.
Okay.
The man's have other interviews, but that was great. Can you tell us what the concept of being Brown's daughter, how that come about?
Well, originally in the very first play, Cora was actually
I was gonna be the wife.
She was gonna be the wife, but someone happened where someone dropped out.
Yeah, well, someone decided to go do something else. So the character was still there. So Tyler was like, okay, David, we had a little break. He was like, okay, you take Tam home and practice with her these lines and
now she's
ready.
gonna be Madia's daughter.
So when I came back, trust me, I was so nervous. My first opening night was in Detroit.
Wow.
The music hall. I'll never forget it. And we as a people in theater, we talk back to the stage.
Mm-hmm. And see, I prepped her for that
weeks
up. And so she would be talking and doing her lines and stuff, and I would just go off.
He just break in and just start talking. I was like, why
are you doing that? Why are you doing that? That's annoying. Quit that.
But it actually helped me be ready. So, I mean, but being his daughter, and I think it's the funniest thing.
And then, so how she became my daughter is we found out years on down the line that Madia and Mr. Brown had a little something happen.
But they still not sure if he my daddy. When we went on Mari, it said that he was not the father.
But we found out it's inconclusive, so.
Right.
Stay tuned.
But he's raised me, so he's still my father.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's my daddy, y'all. My daddy is a huge fan. So can you just say hello to him?
Hey,
Daddy. Yes. Yes. Like I said, my mom and dad truly raised me to David and Tamala Mann, from not, like I said, from Kirk Franklin and the family all the way to we still make it a point to support all that you all are doing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mom and Dad, for hooking up with us.
Hey, Mama.
Yes. She would appreciate that. I will let y'all know, and y'all can Google her later. My mama was just elected the first Black and first woman bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Chicago.
Well,
so if y'all in the shy for the consecration and ordination, we're going to get y'all that info, okay?
Congratulations.
Well, you go there, Mama. Congratulations.
Yes. You go ahead.
Ain't the Lord good?
Represent for us sisters.
Yes. Well, this has been such a fabulous conversation. I am so excited for season 3 of Assisted Living, premiering this Wednesday, March 23rd, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central.
Yes.
Is there anything else you all want to share with the people, either about the new season or new things coming up for David and Tamala Mann?
Well, I just want to have everybody tune in to YouTube Man TV, our channel. We have some really exciting things going on with our family and things that we want y'all to just keep up on. And I'm doing I'm doing a cooking show called Mama Man's Kitchen. So y'all check it out. But
also stay tuned for new music coming from Tamala.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Thank you for saying it. It's so hard. It's hard for me to pump that up for myself.
Well, just know that the world is so ready for it. We are so incredibly excited. We love the man. So super happy to know that we get to continue to get to know your family and your children, and get to learn a little bit more about how Tamala throws down in the kitchen.
On Man TV, you can find it.
We have dates coming up.
Awesome.
We're about to hit the road as the family back. Look, we're open now. So when y'all here, please get your tickets. We coming. I'm singing and David is bringing the funny.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait. We are just so looking forward to all that you all continue to bring to us. Thank you for your decades of inspiration and entertainment, and just ensuring that you all are not only amazing examples for our people, but really just true testimonies of God's love, grace, and talent. Because
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all so much. Take care and be blessed.
You too. Have a great day.
Bye, Mom and
Bye,
Dad.
Mom and Dad.